A Florida plastic surgeon is charged with his wife's death after she suffered a medical emergency on his operating table. Authorities say Dr. Benjamin Jacob Brown refused to call 911 for nearly 20 minutes while his wife, Hillary Ellington Brown, and the mother of his 3 children went into cardiac arrest. She eventually was rushed to a local hospital and put on life support, but died a week later. NewsNation's Xavier Walton joins us live with the details. Xavier, so many unanswered questions around this case, but what have you been able to learn so far?
Well, Nick, the more you look at it, the details in this incident report that we've got our hands on, you know what, they're just flat out disturbing. In the end, as you mentioned, a mother of 3 small children dead. Her husband, a Florida plastic surgeon, charged in connection with her death. Here's his picture now, Benjamin Brown's mugshot. He turned himself into police custody Monday. He's charged with 2nd-degree felony homicide and manslaughter by culpable negligence for his wife's death last November. You see him in handcuffs. Benjamin was performing several cosmetic procedures on his wife, Hillary, when she went into cardiac arrest. But according to the incident report, like you noted, Nick, Benjamin waited roughly 15 or 20 minutes before telling his assistant to call 911. His wife rushed to an area hospital, eventually being placed on life support before dying a week later. You know, officials describing Benjamin's actions that day as careless and haphazard.
He was mixing stuff in a bowl as opposed to putting it in an IV. Just several things that jump out at you that's really strange.
So according to a report from Florida's Board of Medicine, the wife, ahead of these procedures, prepared her own anesthesia, took a handful of pills, including a sedative, painkiller, antibiotic. She also set up her own IV bag. So just very, very strange, like you heard from the sheriff there.
Yeah, and all of this happening while her husband, who was a licensed plastic surgeon, is standing right there. Xavier, you said she was getting cosmetic procedures. Do we know what she was having done and when things actually went left?
Yeah, so according to a report from the Florida Department of Health, Hillary was getting a couple of things done, liposuction, lip filler, and ear adjustment, to name a few. But things took a turn after the first cosmetic procedure. A report from the Board of Medicine says, you know what? Hillary's feet, and this is where it starts to get disturbing, her feet started twitching. Her vision began getting blurry. And she told her husband at one point that she started seeing orange. Again, according to the same report, after that, Benjamin injected more lidocaine into Hillary's face. That's when the Department of Health says she became unresponsive, had a seizure before going into cardiac arrest. And according to the arrest warrant, Benjamin was asked several times to call 911 by his medical assistants. But he said, again, this is according to the incident report, he wanted to try and do it himself. All of those details come to light after months, nearly 7 months of multiple agencies investigating Benjamin. You saw him in handcuffs. He turned himself in on Monday, but he's already bonded out of the Santa Rosa County Jail. He has an arraignment scheduled for next month. All of this unfolding up near the Panhandle, the Pensacola area, Nick.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.